the 7th team for pitching. The Sabers, please give a round of applause.
Three, two, one.
Good afternoon.
So let's start with our presentation.
Hello everyone, I'm Han. Gen Alpha. When we hear the word Gen Alpha, what comes to your mind? Is it skibbity toilet or is it something else? Together, let's dive into this topic. Generation Alpha can become very smart and great with technology, thanks to tools like YouTube and other online resources. However, they often lack focusing skills because they're exposed to social media like TikTok at a young age. Many Gen Alpha kids enjoy playing games, especially those with fun and interactive systems. They're quick to adapt to new tech and love exploring virtual worlds. Many of them prefer instant gratification and quick entertainment, which can make it harder to focus on bigger tasks. They're also very highly online social, sharing memes and trends constantly over the internet. Older generations like the baby boomers often see Gen Alpha as easily distracted and are overly reliant on their screens. Let's look at our news here. Generation Alpha learning cause for concern. Recently, the internet has been filled with posts that claiming that Gen Alpha are struggling in school. Social media sites, such as TikTok, are littered with these videos of the teachers talking about how middle schoolers and elementary students cannot even read.
Some even go as far to talk about how some educators have quit their jobs because of the poor behavior of this young generation. And let's look at our persona. This is Smokey. He is 11 years old. He lives in the city Bangkok. The problem is he's not a very well-behaved kid. So his behavior during the day is that he always eats snacks in class, skip classes that he doesn't like, and he interrupts the class when the teacher is teaching. And this behavior is from the bad influence from his friends. This behavior can affect on the education and the focusing of Smokey because he's focusing on too many things at one time. And this problem is called lack of focus.
Now for a solution, like we could try to help them by finding something that can replace this habit. As we all know, like Gen Alpha these days, they are really addicted to social media and also games. So we could create an app that has the same system as a game, but it is more enjoyable, more productive, and we also learn new knowledge. So the Gen Alpha that is using this app would have fun while using this app and also learn new knowledge. And now I'll pass the mic to Pete, and he'll be talking more about the innovation.
Now, let's introduce you to our prototype, Focus Max. Sound drifting line. Focus Max, and that is sophisticatedly designed to improve your focus. This name will be something similar like James Alpha slang, look maxing. I know, pretty ridiculous. Now let's go to the features of this app. First features, schedule routine. Put in this perspective, someone who lacks focus. That means his routine is messed up. So this app will contain 3 features. The first feature is schedule routine, like I said. This will plan your day. What mission to do, what task. For example, maybe you need to read, maybe you need to study. This will all lead to improving focus in each day. Furthermore, let's move on to the next features, and that is reward system. Like our source, the lack of focus mainly comes from social media and video games. So we think if you're a person who lacks focus and like doing this, video games offer you tasks to do and then it will give you reward. So basically it's the same thing. We attract the person who lacks focus by giving the reward. In this case, it is an XP. For example, reading books for 45 minutes gives you 15 XP. And when you submit your work, we have an AI personalized. AI will detect if you stole it from someone's homework or not. Move on. Now, XP can expand the skill tree. This is like video games too. Video games, you need to spend time in leveling up yourself. However, in focus, why not just level up in your life? This is skill tree. For example, when you read for 15 minutes, then you focus overload by progressively overloading for 15 minutes to 30 minutes. And that is called a progress. Move on, like I said, progress. This is a graph that shows that XP by each time. And then consistency and others. Let's move on.
Now to the last feature, which is the gamified mindfulness, and the gamified mindfulness is for Gen Alpha to be more focused. And in our app, we have some features that help this by having like meditation for 30 minutes, and that will reward you XP, so it won't be that boring. And also we will have step-by-step meditation for people who have never meditated before. Now we will go on to the conclusion.
So now it is time for our conclusion. Even though our problem is not the biggest problem, but we have a passion of doing this project because we found out that many generations, like Generation Alpha or young generation, are falls into this problem, lacking of focus. Then we're going to create an app called Focus Max. This many benefits of making the user like Generation Alpha have more focusing, and all of us we have more focus and more focus than the past. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much. At the end of the day, the real reward is the XP in our app. It is the ability to focus on. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. I really focused on your presentation, so I think it works. Okay, so I really like that I think you understand about Generation Alpha very much, because like when you mentioned you trying to create an app that have a gamified system in the application, I can see that it would be fun for lots of people to play, not just Generation Alpha, but I can see lots of me or my friends play this app as well, and I think we obviously need to focus more, actually, yeah, so I think it's very creative. I think you understand the user well, and I really like every feature that you mentioned. I think it captured the essence of games pretty well, the skill tree, the quest, and also I can also these applications not being just an application for some of the student, but it can also be implemented in school. Because I think if you do it school-wide, maybe you can create leaderboard, you can use it in classes to make the teacher motivate student to do homework or something like that. I can see this goal very, very far from this base idea. So really like the concept. My question is that I was just wondering, how can you track if students actually do meditation? Do you have any idea on how can you confirm that they actually do it?
This, I actually answered this. Can you go back to the AI personalize the task? Here, like you said, because some kids would be like, I can just copy word from the internet. However, this AI can detect that if it's from internet or not. They will scan through all the Google search and then they're not finding that paper or not. So this AI will help you to prove that homework is real or not, and that the work is done or no.
That's good. So that's for homework, but what about mindfulness?
Mindfulness.
Yeah, how do you track mindfulness?
When we are thinking this concept, mindfulness is literally the first thing, because focus is all about related to mindfulness. How can you know that you have the ability to focus? It's up to mindfulness. So we built the mindfulness. So we have the mindfulness system. When we created a tutorial to guide to mindfulness, it's like progressively overloading. Because my friends say that they can't even meditate for 2 minutes, and that's hard. So the mindfulness features will start from small, maybe like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then progressively overloading to 10, 20 minutes. And that will help them to have the ability to have more focus.
Gotcha. Thank you. First of all, I really like your voice. It's a great voice. I was waiting for a promotion, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Well, so thanks for your guys' stage presence. Awesome energy all the way across. I like the creativity of it, and I appreciate most actually the mindfulness side of things, because I think this current generation, as you addressed very well, beyond focus, understanding who they are, is shaped by more than just academics and homework. So I appreciate your focus on the trying to practice mindfulness. My question for you is, what kind of social impact will this have? Because it's very geared towards the person developing themselves, not necessarily interacting with other human beings.
Can you expand that?
What's the social impact of this?
Oh,
How do others benefit as a result of this? Yeah.
Yeah, so it actually interesting because this mindfulness is already helping with socializing. Because when you talk to people, have you ever talked to people and they go like this? What? I didn't hear you. They didn't have the mindfulness. So this app will help you through mindfulness as well. But it targetedly for Generation Alpha mostly. But however, other generation can use it for work too.
Got it. And last question, yeah.
Generation gap.
So many elder generation these days, like things that Gen Alpha cannot focus, they cannot concentrate. So if they just shape the Gen Alpha by themselves, that they can improve their focus and realize that they are not always on social media, or even they're in the phone, maybe they're doing something important. So the elder generation could also realize that the Gen Alpha is shaping. It's not just they're always playing on social media.
Can I add more? I will give you an example of comparison between two different generations gap. First is baby boomer, and the second one is Generation Alpha. Generation Alpha was born in a high modern technology era, which in the same time they have more knowledge, but the negative impact is they have less focus. They have less focus on meditation, reading book, or whatever exercising. And for the baby boomer, they wasn't born in a modern high technology era. focus than Generation Alpha?
Yes, because of like the technology is way less back then, so they have to focus on tasks more than just like going on social media and finding tutorials or such.
Thank you so much.
Last question. Because I think that our generation like already know that they have like the lack of focus and they want to get the focus, right? But how do you make them to do the meditation or reading more? Because what is the reinforcement? How to help them? Because I know that they can make this, but it's not easy to do this.
So basically, we know because I have been there too. I haven't had focus in the past. So this technique is called progressively opening, like I said. Because let's say for example, another tip, if you go to the gym and then you might catch 100 kilograms as a beginner, you wouldn't be able to do that, and you really want to go to the gym. Same thing. If you're just starting out to have focus and you just want to study for like 2 hours, and you can do it, and then you want to do it. So this app will progressively opening by starting small. For example,
Just ranking up, keep on ranking up and upping the levels.
yeah,
Maybe not like 30 minutes at the first time, maybe just 5 minutes.
yeah, maybe it's 5 minutes.
And then 10, 15, 20.
Okay. And I really like the idea of design this application and include the AI technology in this because it has some startups doing this already, and within Chulalongkorn University we have some group of researchers doing about the AI to recognize the emotion or the face of students as well to detect if they are suppressed or not.
Awesome. Thanks, Dave. Enjoy your afternoon.
Thank you.